Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Elise Reads and Speaks. Today I am bringing you my YALLFest vlog. I went to YALLFest with my brother and I had a great time. Okay, so we got in there on Friday. I have a little video from our travel down on Friday, but not much. I'll put that right here. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Elise Reads and Speaks. So I am in Charleston right now, ready for YALLFest. It is Friday. We didn't do any of the signings that were planned for Friday because we just kind of like took our time getting here, and it was nice. We stopped at a rest stop that we remembered from 2 years ago, and I picked up some Tabasco chocolate, and it has an awesome candy selection, like old time candy. Remember like the candy cigarettes when they tried to make children think it was cool to smoke? Well, in this particular rest stop, they have those candy cigarettes, so I picked them up. Listen, I know smoking is bad. I don't smoke, but I enjoy a good candy cigarette. And as we were leaving the gas station, there were cats under my car and we had to get those out from under there. Super cute. I have kittens under my car from this rest stop that I now need to get out from under my car. Run, little kitties! Okay, let's see if they're out. Are they out? Oh, go! Aw. Are they out? Okay, I saw 3 go out. I think we're good. We're now in our hotel room, and we were going to head out to a Mexican place called Juanita Greenberg's. I'm hoping it's good. And look at this. I just planned my day for tomorrow. At least I wrote down a lot of what I intend to do. I'll show you it front and back. So I don't plan on hitting everything that I have listed here, but I at least have a little idea of what I want to get to. I wrote down some of the panels that I found interesting as well as giveaways, so I'll just see where I am tomorrow and see what I feel like doing. The last time that I came to YALLFest, I think I was like really into the panels and very excited to see some of the authors that were here. Not that I'm not excited this year, like I am pumped to see some of my authors, but I feel like I'm more excited about the signings than I am about the panels. I mean, that's how I feel tonight, so we'll see how I feel tomorrow. But I think I'm gonna spend a lot of my time just hitting some different booths for some ARC drops, getting the signings that I want for the books that I want signed. And if I feel like just calming down and sitting at a panel, I will do that. I also know that I want to buy a lot of bookish merchandise, so I'm pumped, and I will let you know what I plan to do tomorrow. Yeah, that's really all I had from day 1. Sorry. Okay, but here is day 2. I have a lot more stuff from day 2. It is time for YALLFest! Yay! Alright, so I did not get out as early as I had intended. It's like 9:01 right now. I had hoped to be leaving my hotel at 8:30, but you know, life. Right, my brother is still asleep in the hotel because, you know, that's just how he does. He'll probably meet up with me around 11 or 12 or whenever he decides to wake up. Very cool. Okay, so I'm going to update you throughout the day. Hopefully I meet some fun people. I'm hoping to meet some other booktubers there. If I run into people that look familiar, we'll see. We'll see. All right, so I'm going to start off my day, I think, by going to the tents, like the different booths that are there, because I think there are ARC drops. I wanted to go to the Holly Black signing, but then I realized that you have to pay for a ticket for the keynote in order to be able to stand in her line, which, I mean, it's only $9, but at the same time, like, I don't have to pay to get anyone else's autographs on my books, so I'll probably just use that time to see some other authors instead of waiting in line. Anything else I'm super pumped about? I mean, I'm pumped about seeing all these different authors. I really like Soman Chainani, so that's gonna be fun. I also have my Firelight books from Sophie Jordan, which if you've never heard of that series, like I understand it's from a while ago with people turning into dragons, but still, I have all 3 books and she's gonna sign them all and it's gonna be wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna start driving now so that I'm not later than I planned. Goodbye! Okay, I went for a parking deck because I don't want to fight for a spot. I want my day to get rolling now, but I realized that I forgot to share the most important part of my day. I am rocking the fanny pack today. Look at that, look at that. That's right, monogram fanny pack. If it is my wish to bring the fanny pack back to the masses, what better place to start than YALLFest? People are going to be so jealous that they see that I have use of both my arms while they only have use of one. I'm telling you right now, I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back. I met a lot of cool authors that I was super stoked about. First, I started off the day with Danielle Clayton, who is the author of The Bells. I got her to sign my copy of The Bells, which was great. She was super nice. I really liked her a lot. And at the time, my brother was still asleep in the hotel room, so I mean, it kind of sucked for him because he read The Bells and he liked it, and I mentioned that to her, and she seemed really excited that there was a boy that read her novel and liked it. She said to me that the cover was a little misleading because if you look at the cover, it does kind of look like a girly book, but it's not just girly stuff. I mean, I know it's about being beautiful, but the story itself is so good. And I told her that too. Like, I know that there wasn't a lot of positive review for the second book, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and my brother is, I think he's finishing it right now, and he's been liking it the whole way too. So what you're looking at right now is the Holly Black line, and let me take you up to the line where I am waiting in. Look, it's right here. This is the Danielle Clayton line, and I'm gonna hold this up a little bit so that you see that there's cocktails on a stick, booze pops. I will totally be picking up one of those. Next, I went on to David Levithan. I got him to sign my copies of Everyday and Someday, and right after him, I went to Stephanie Garber, who I got to sign my copy of Caraval through subscription boxes, and I think the Barnes & Noble day where they had pre-signed copies of books. I have Legendary and Finale signed by her, but I thought it would be nice to get a Caraval personalized to me. That's finally where I met up with my brother. He met me at Stephanie Garber. I think it was like 12 o'clock by that time. He sleeps in a little late. He wasn't as excited as I was. I mean, that day it was like Christmas. I was so excited to wake up and just get to see all the books and all the authors and meet all the people that like all the books and all the authors. After that, I moved on to Veronica Roth. She signed my copies of Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like Allegiant. I think that was a horrible third book. But you know what? I love Divergent so much that it's still gonna stay on my shelf, and I'm still gonna keep it there. And now that it's personalized, it's wonderful. It's definitely gonna stay on my shelf. And I will say that I was wearing my yellow sunglasses, and Veronica Roth said that she really liked them. So I was honest, and I was like, you know, the yellow is supposed to keep you a little happier, so I just wear them as often as I can. And she told me that her dad is an optometrist and that he fully believes in the power of yellow and stands by it. So you know what? Yellow shades approved by Veronica Roth's dad. Just saying. Then I moved on to Adam Silvera. He signed my copy of They Both Die at the End, and I also picked up a copy of More Happy Than Not, I think it's called. I don't have it right next to me right this second. I think it's More Happy Than Not. I had heard a review of this book on Alex's channel at Hooked on Books, and I picked up a copy because it just sounded like something that I would enjoy, and now he's signed it, so hopefully I do enjoy it. Then in the same tent, there was Soman Chainani. The first time that I went to YALLFest, he already signed my first 3 books in the School for Good and Evil series. I couldn't find a 4th hardcover in time. I could only find the soft cover, and being that the first 3 are hardcover, I can't have a 4th that's paperback. Okay, it's just, you know, one of those little OCD things that I can't. But I did get a hardcover of the 5th book, so I was able to get him to sign that one. I had to start vlogging for a while because my phone was about to die. So I just stopped by the car, picked up my charger, and dropped off a bunch of books that I was carrying so that my load is a little lighter now. I have books signed by Danielle Clayton, David Levithan, Adam Silvera, Soman Chainani, and Stephanie Garber. And right now I'm on my way to get The Hate U Give signed by Angie Thomas, which I'm super stoked about. Okay. All right, regroup. I can do this. I need a couple more books signed. I want to pick up a couple of arcs that are going to be dropped at the novel tent, I believe. There might be another one at Epic Reads. We will see how I do. I'll check in a bit. Goodbye. And from Soman Chainani, I went on to Angie Thomas, who signed my copy of The Hate U Give. Oh man, I was thrilled. Like, Angie Thomas, I feel like is just, she's amazing, you know? And now I have her signature personalized to me in her book. And she was super nice too. Like, I mean, I'm saying that about everyone. Nobody's gonna be mean at YALLFest. Well, hopefully. I mean, if you have a different story of an author being mean at YALLFest, just let me know, because I would be interested. After Angie Thomas, I moved on to Sophie Jordan, who's the author of the Firelight series. The Firelight series I read years ago when I lived in New York. I would visit the Strand and just pick up some random books that sounded good, and I happened to just follow that Firelight series all the way through. It's about people that morph into dragons, and I know it's got the cheesy romance in it, but it doesn't make it any less enjoyable. It is a good time. Y'all fested out. We're walking away. There's Drake. Hello. But I just had to vlog it right now because I won a YA prize pack from HM18, and it had some good books in there. One of them was Sophie Jordan. I think I'll put the title on the screen. But I also got Grim Lovelies and the sequel to that one. So I'm super stoked. I got like a prize pack of 6. I'll put up pictures later. Okay, we're headed out. We're leaving Charleston. It is now Sunday morning and it's Drake's birthday. Happy birthday, Drake! Okay, so my takeaways from YALLFest. Number 1, I kept a watch out and I did not see anybody else wearing a fanny pack. So I believe that I'm doing the Lord's work. What do you think?
Fanny pack was useful.
I think so too.
Especially with that big bag of books.
Yeah, right. So I couldn't like fit things in my bag anymore that I was carrying books in, so I just shoved in my fanny pack. Man, everyone needs to wear a fanny pack. My favorite things, okay, I didn't go to any panels this year, but that's because I really was just more excited about getting people to sign the books that I already had. I think just this year that was more important to me. So I'm kind of like back and forth, like, did I waste my time? I don't want to say that I wasted it, but I am a little bummed that I didn't go to any panels, but at the same time, I got every single book signed that I had on my list, so it's like a give and take. Drake, what was your favorite thing about YALLFest?
They had a lot of free books out. They had a lot of neat stuff. Yeah, a lot of free stuff.
We have to do a final count, but I think we got like 8 arcs, and there was one cool one that we did that you had to do a puzzle and complete the puzzle in order to get the free arc. I'm a fan of a good puzzle.
And the puzzle was the book cover.
Yes, and we could do it together, and since we did it together, we each got a free arc. I thought that was cool. One of the smarter things I saw was the promotion that they did for Raybearer. For Raybearer to stand in line for the arc, you first got a ticket, but then when you got around, you had to stand in front of this backdrop that they had, take a picture, post it on social media, and then show them your social media account to prove that you posted it, and then you got the free arc. I thought that was just genius as far as advertising a new book goes. Like, why didn't other people think of that?
Yeah, right.
And I did meet the author, and she was super nice. So I'm like really hoping I like her book, because it would just be nice to like a book from somebody that I thought was just really great to all of her fans standing around. Any other takeaways that we have? I'm sure we'll think of more later.
I don't know. The authors we met were lovely.
Yeah, that's true. We did meet a lot of different authors. Oh, we met Sophie Jordan at the end. I almost wish that
Oh, she was cool.
Yeah, I wish that I like taped that, but at the same time, like, no. If you've read the Firelight series and you know who I'm talking about, I'm a big Cassian fangirl, and I told her that she needs to just write a spin-off series about Cassian, and she said that she's heard it a lot before, but that probably her publishers wouldn't go for something like that because it's been several years since that series. She was like, that's something that I would need to self-publish, but it's not completely out of the question. So if you're a Sophie Jordan fan and you're a Cassian fangirl or fanboy, you know, no judgment, put that little bug in her ear and let her know that she will have an audience for this. Okay, I will check in later with all the books and show you everything that we got. We're gonna hit the road. Goodbye. So I've been home from YALLFest for a little bit, so I figured I'd show you what I got. I'll start off with the arcs, and then I'll also go to that 5-pack of books that I won, which is so exciting. You know, everyone loves to be a winner, okay? That totally made my weekend. I finished the day winning 5 books. Like, it's a good time for a nerd. All right, so let me see what I've got. First couple I've got in here, we've got Deep Light. Let's see, the gods are dead. 50 years ago, they turned on one another and tore each other apart. Nobody knows why, but are they really gone forever? When 15-year-old Hark finds the still-beating heart of a terrifying deity, he risks everything to keep it out of the hands of smugglers, military scientists, and a secret fanatical cult so that he can use it to save the life of his best friend, Jelt. Poor name choice. Jelt, J-E-L-T. All right, but with the heart, Jelt gradually and eerily transforms. How long should Hark stay loyal to his friend? And what is Hark willing to sacrifice to save him? All right, So my friend Tatiana said that I should just pass this on to her because she doesn't see me liking the author. But you know what? This sounds like the kind of cheese that I like, so I at least have to give it a shot. All right, the next one, I have Ray Bear, and I want to make sure that I'm saying her name right. Jordan Afueco. I believe that's what she said. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. She was at the tent that they were giving out her arcs at. She was super sweet. I really liked her a lot, so I'm really hoping that I like her book. Let's see what's on the back of this one. Oh man, you're starting off with a name I don't know how to pronounce. Terasai. All right. Terasai has always longed for the warmth of a family. She was raised in isolation by a mysterious, often absent mother known only as the Lady. When Terasai comes of age, the Lady sends her to the capital of the global empire of Aritsar to compete with other children to be chosen as one of the Crown Prince's Council of 11. If she's picked, she'll be joined with the other council members through the Ray, a bond deeper than blood. That closeness is irresistible to Terasai, who has always wanted to belong somewhere. But the Lady has other ideas, including a magical wish that Terasai is compelled to obey. Kill the kill the Crown Prince once she gains his trust. Terasai won't stand by and become someone's pawn, but is she strong enough to choose a different path for herself? With extraordinary world building and breathtaking prose written by an incredible new talent, Raybearer is the story of loyalty, fate, and the lengths we're willing to go for the ones we love. Alright, yeah, that does sound up my alley. I'm really hoping I enjoy that one just because I really like the author so much. There is something to be said about giving yourself some positive PR by just being nice to the people around you. Alright, my next one on my list. Unscripted by Nicole Kronzer. Let's see what this one's about. 17-year-old Zelda, Bailey Cho, has her future in comedy all mapped out. Improv camp, then Second City, then Saturday Night Live. The first step in the plan goes flawlessly when she lands a coveted spot on the varsity team at her prestigious improv camp. This really sounds up my alley. But then practice starts and Zelda quickly learns that being the only girl on an all-male team comes with extra pressure, both from the outside and as the other girls root for her to succeed on behalf of all women, and from the inside, where her teammates don't take her seriously and her coach humiliates her regularly. But then, that same coach, a 20-year-old improv whiz kid named Ben. Just as a side note, 20-year-old whiz kid, improv whiz kid, I mean, like, coming from an actor, chances are that Ben doesn't have any friends, just saying. All right, so that kid named Ben is way too nice to her when they're alone. Zelda's uncomfortable with the whole situation, but is there a way she can fight back without losing the best shot she has at her dreams? Now this one I started when I was waiting in line at YALLFest, so I'm not done with it yet, but I'll let you know how it turns out. Let's see, next we've got, This Train is Being Held by Ismay Williams. I got this one because one of the girls at the tent that was giving out the ARC said that she read it and she just loved it. I mean, I'm sure she could say that about every book, but then again, there were about like 6 books there and she said about this one, so that's why I grabbed it. When Isabel Warren first meets Alex Rosario on the New York City subway, whoop whoop, New York, she remembers his striking good looks and gentle disposition. He remembers her ballet dancer's poise. Okay, we're going for materialistic error. Okay. He remembers her ballet dancer's poise and carefree manner, something he attributes to all rich kids. Why? It's the first of many misunderstandings that mark their serendipitous subway encounters over the course of nearly 2 years. As their romance evolves, Alex reveals the pressure he's under to make his poppy proud by playing pro baseball. Isa glows with her love for dance, though her Havana-born mother, a woman with a volatile temper and a prejudice against Latino men, disapproves. That's a bit of a stereotype that I'm not cool with. When Izza's father loses his job, their family's life is thrown into a tailspin, and as Izza fights to hide the cracks in her perfect veneer from Alex, their relationship falters. When they need each other most, can Alex and Izza strip bare the differences that have defined them and learn to truly see one another? That one sounds kind of cheesy, doesn't it? I mean, I'll try it. I'm going to try everything that I have here, but Michelle, if you're watching this, I'm a betting this one is coming to you. Let's see. Okay, next. Oh, you know what? This is Veronica Roth. It's a little sampler from her adult fiction that's coming out. So, you know, not the whole book, but ooh, that's some tiny writing right there. Can you see that at all? Yeah, that's tiny. That's tiny. So I guess I got a good amount of that book. Maybe it's like a chapter or two. Cool. All right, this one, Only Love Can Break Your Heart. It's by Catherine Weber. Sometimes a broken heart is all you need to set you free. Reiko loves the endless sky and electric colors of the California desert. It is a refuge from an increasingly claustrophobic life of grief, secrets, and family pressures. Man, poor Reiko. Then oh, that's a girl. Reiko is a girl. Okay, then she meets Seth, a boy who shares a love of the desert and her yearning for a different kind of life. Nobody really thinks that Reiko and Seth should be together, but Reiko defies that until the things Reiko doesn't want to face are no longer avoidable. It's sound a little cheesy too, but you know, I'll try it. I'll try it all. The Loop. Oh, this was the cool one that we had to put together a puzzle for. I thought that was cool. Hopefully the back sounds cool. Control, alter, delete. Luca Kane has spent 736 days wrongfully imprisoned inside the loop, waiting his execution. Each day is the same. Each day is torturous, but things are starting to change. Whispers of war are circulating. The government-issued rain stops falling. How? All right. Strange things are happening to the prisoners, and then the warden delivers a message. Luca, you have to get out. That's a little anticlimactic, just saying. Now Luca must decide whether breaking out of the loop is his only way to survive, especially if there's any chance of saving the ones he loves. But the population on the outside may be far more terrifying than anything he could have imagined. And in order to save his family, he'll have to discover who is responsible for the chaos that has been inflicted upon the world. Okay, that actually sounds up my alley though. That sounds like something a little, maybe even a little sci-fi-ish going on there with the government-issued rain. Okay, this one has piqued my interest. All right. Let's see. Camp. Who's this one by? Elsie Rosen. I believe this was a middle grade. I think it was. Let's see. The little blurb is a laugh-out-loud summer rom-com set in a camp for queer teens, perfect for fans of What If It's Us? Oh no. What If It's Us? Oh no. And to all the boys I've loved before. Okay, I like that one. Shouldn't be pitching this with What If It's Us? All right. 16-year-old Randy Kappelhoff has loved every summer he spent at Camp Outland, a camp for queer teens. It's where he met his best friends. It's where he performs in the camp musical. All right, theater kid, love it. And it's where he fell for Hudson Aronson Lim. Let's try that. Hudson Aronson Lim. Okay. Who doesn't know Randy exists. Aw. Hudson is a masculine gay boy who is attracted to other masculine gay boys, and Randy is decidedly not mask. Still, he wants Hudson to be his boyfriend, and he has a plan. Okay. Randy will make Hudson fall for him, even if he has to give up the things he enjoys most. Theater, nail polish, and his unicorn sheets. So he returns to camp as Dell. What's happening? So he returns to camp as Dell, mask, and looking for love. Dell is in quotation marks, so I'm guessing like Dell is his new name? I don't know. But as misdirection and hijinks arise and he and Hudson grow closer, he has to ask himself, is all this worth it for love? And is it even love if Hudson doesn't know who he really is? Dell, why don't you know who you are? Alright, so I thought that was middle grade. I don't know. But you know what? Same as the others. I'm gonna try it. Alright, last of my arcs is Furious Thing. I know my friend Tatiana has already read this, and I think she gave it a pretty good review. And usually the way it goes is that Tatiana likes something and I don't. I like something and Tatiana doesn't. So, I mean, the odds are that I'm not gonna like this one, but I'm gonna stay positive. Let's just see what it's about. Okay, it says, bad things happen when you're around, Lex. That's like the the big line up top. Lexi's angry, and it's getting worse. If only she could stop losing her temper and behave herself. Her stepfather would accept her, her mom would love her like she used to, and her stepbrother would declare his crushing desire to spend the rest of his life with her. What? Okay. Stepbrother. She wants these things so badly, she's determined to swallow her anger and make her family proud. Okay, so she wants the stepbrother too. But pushing fury down doesn't make it disappear. Instead, it simmers below the surface, waiting to erupt, and there'll be fireworks when it does. From the best-selling and award-winning author of Before I Die, You Against Me, and Unbecoming comes a remarkably affecting story that explores the myriad ways of girls' sense of, explains the myriad, they left out a word, of, that explores the myriad of ways a girl's self of sense can be whittled away and what might happen when she fights back. You like this one, huh, Tatiana? Okay. I thought we were against the little incest trope, huh? Little judgment for liking City of Bones, but it sounds a little similar, just saying. Okay, so those are my arcs. All right, let's go to the books that I won. So chances are you've heard of these ones already. I know a lot of BookTube has talked about Grim Lovelies and Midnight Beauties, but I haven't read either one. So I'm pretty stoked for that. I won't tell you what they're about though, because chances are if you follow any BookTube channels, you've heard about them. All right. One of them that I was pleased to see was The Me I Meant to Be by Sophie Jordan. I recently met Sophie Jordan at YALLFest. She signed my Firelight book, so I was pretty stoked. Let's see if it has a little blurb in there. Willa Evans has no intention of breaking the code, so what if she's always secretly loved her next-door neighbor Zach? As her best friend's boyfriend, he was always off limits, and it needs to stay that way, even though they just broke up. Even though every time she turns around, he's there, tempting her. All right. And then it says, no keeping secrets from your bestie. Flor Hidalgo has these are different stories. Okay, let's see. Flor Hidalgo has a lot on her plate. Her breakup with Zach, her dad's new dating life, and her struggling grades. So why can't she stop thinking about her hot know-it-all tutor? At least she's got Willa, her constant in the chaos. Okay. So I think those are two different stories, because there's like a third little one here. And it says, in this steamy romance, two friends discover that when it comes to love and friendship, some rules are meant to be broken, or better yet, rewritten. So I don't know if they're two different stories, or maybe they converge somehow. I don't know, but when I get to it, I'll let you know. And then the last two that I got were Isle of Blood and Stone and Song of the Abyss. Okay, so these are clearly in a series together. I have no idea what they're about, and I don't even know which one is first. Let's see. Okay, that doesn't give me an answer either. All right. You know what? I don't want to read I have one of these things, like, I don't like to read the blurb of a second book if I haven't read the first book, because that can give stuff away. So I'm gonna find out which one comes next, and then I'll read the first one from there. Okay, so as you see, that's everything. I mean, I got some like pins and stuff that are in here. That's a little rumble that you hear. But hey, I think I made out pretty good, huh? Like, I'm excited to get through everything. I think I'm gonna start doing a vlog for all of the arcs. Hopefully I can get that up before they all come out in the new year. I think the earliest one comes out in January. Yeah, January 7th. We've got, let's see, May, April, January. Okay, 2 for January. February, April. Okay, so I have 3 that I'll need to get to pretty quickly before they come out. That is This Train Is Being Held, Only Love Can Break Your Heart, and Furious Things. So I'll try to read those ones the quickest. We'll see how I do. I don't know if I'll get to them that quick, but hopefully. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to this long ramble about my books. I was just very excited, and I like to give a good dramatic reading, although some of them were, Okay, so anyway, thanks for tuning in to Elise Reason Speaks. I will catch you next time, guys. Bye!